This podcast contains adult themes, sexual content, and strong language. If you can't handle that, you should probably leave.
Hi, and welcome to Bustles and Bangers with your hostess, Rachel and Christopher.
I love it when you say my name.
Welcome to another episode. We're starting a new book today in a new space, trying to develop...
With a new attitude on life.
No. I've got
same
a very
shitty
pouty
attitude.
bratty. Yeah, same shitty attitude,
yeah.
Different book. But thanks for joining us. This one's going to be a fun one.
Is that a map?
What? Yeah.
I saw a map
I don't know
when you
why.
turn a page like that. Is that a map?
I've only gotten... Yeah.
Let me see where a map.
Okay,
what?
hold on.
I just want to see the map.
This is a Harlequin book.
Oh, again.
Called
Excellent.
Dr. Wonderful by Charolett Douglas. And I'm just going to tell you about the cover. It's not even going to be the most attractive cover to take a picture of and put on social media because they have to put a big star on it.
So sorry if that happens.
So there's some guy that just looks like some basic ass dude in a button-up shirt with slacks, all bending down with his briefcase, giving some nerdy kid a lollipop, and his mom all looking like she's a receptionist, bent over, like smiling. Look, when I read this book, I even kind of forgot about the front page, and it is not the vibe my brain came up with. So it's even more.
Whoa, hold on.
It's even more disturbing.
They're like standing on like a sidewalk. What
Yeah.
the hell is that floating in the sky?
What?
What is that?
That's a star someone drew on there themselves.
Oh,
you
no, that
nerd.
looked like
the Death Star.
Let's see, in an old ass house.
So,
Dang,
you know,
dude.
I don't know if this ever applies to any of our episodes, but if you're just jumping on,
that lady really likes blue, and the kid and the guy handing him the lollipop while making smiley faces at his mom.
Yeah.
They're wearing yellow.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
slacks.
I explained it.
All
But
right.
anyway, so if you're just jumping on, we are your hosts, The Dangers. I'm Rachel. He is Christopher.
I'm Christopher.
We're both sexy as fuck. You should
Yes.
check out our social media platforms.
We tell each other all the time.
You can find us on Bustles and Bangers just about on any platform, or kind of a little bit more personal stuff at Gypsy Danger 317. We got all kinds of kinky things going on too, by the way. But so what we do here is this is a trashy romance novel podcast where I read the books. Christopher gets to sit and just listen, and we talk shit, we talk adult, we talk trashy, we make fun, we just have a good time.
Fun fact about this episode before we started is I completed the trifecta. I don't know if I told you that today.
What do you mean completed the trifecta?
I did
Do you
all
mean
three.
A three what?
I smoked,
Oh.
I drank, and I did the third one.
We're just going to leave that up to y'all to decide what that is. Smoking and drinking and doing the third thing. I thought you were talking about the three-way we recently had.
We did. We've had three.
I was like, that's not a trifecta. We discussed a trifecta being a little bit different.
We've had a couple of three-ways.
A trifecta is a four-way, but with three girls.
Trifecta is three.
I would say if you completed the trifecta in a three-way, you have three girls of three different...
That's a foursome.
I'm saying if you called it the trifecta.
I think if it's a trifecta, you should have one of each race.
That's what
Not
I was
each race,
saying.
but one of
three
different races.
Right.
Because there's more than three.
And I specifically picture it as like a BJ that's happening.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we've discussed this, that you're going to have like a 9-way.
I want like a dozen, dude.
It's not an orgy if it's one gender against one gender, is it? Like, I don't know.
I hope not. I would be so happy for something like that.
I feel like I need to do some porn
like
research.
the human rainbow effect. Like,
Aww, a human rainbow.
yeah, like start from
That's
this one all the way around and just
cute.
each one.
Yeah.
That would be so fucking
Oh,
amazing
release
for me.
your little cloud droplets on every one of them.
I don't know if I have that much juice, girl.
You'll just go, like.
We'll have to do this in a few takes over a couple days.
Well, porn is edited. Just,
That's true.
Don't feel bad about it, guys and gals. Porn is edited. It's unreal. There's lots of paint and, cuts. Paint and cut. It's cut and paint. Fill in the blank. Anyway, so let's get to it. Dr. Wonderful by Charolett Douglas. I'm just going to dive right in, all right? Chapter 1. the house was finally
Hold
ready.
on, dude. You're trying to jump into
damn.
it like that? I want to talk about the map. Let me see it at least.
Know.
Man, you didn't even let me see it.
I just feel like we need to start. We've done so much talking and trying to get comfortable. I just want to start. You got a lot of dead silence here looking at this map and not saying anything about
North
it.
Carolina, Tennessee, South Carolina, and
Georgia, Virginia. Yeah, like, I don't know, man.
There's
Let's
not
just
even anything
get
on it. It's
into
just shapes of
it.
the state.
I know. You
Okay,
want to be
go.
so involved, but you don't want to read
We're
the book.
waiting on you now.
Chapter fucking 1. All right, we're also a little harsh. Feeling a little irritable. The house was finally ready for company. My house is never ready for company, I'm just saying. So when somebody's like, I want to get down, I'm like hustling and trying to throw things in corners and closets. So anyway, good for her. The house was finally ready for company. With a sigh of weary satisfaction, Rebecca Warwick sank into the rocking chair beside the crackling fire in the mammoth stone fireplace. Shoving a strand of honey-colored hair off her forehead, she sipped a well-earned cup of tea. In spite of the drizzling rain pattering on the roof, the low-ceilinged room of the centuries-old log mountain house was snug and warm. Am I snug and warm for you?
Oh, I like it when you're snug. Yeah, for sure. Dude.
It was also
Super soft.
immaculately clean for the very important guest who would be arriving tomorrow for a month's stay.
Not at our house. Yeah, a month? No, you better get used to a mess. You're staying at our house for a month.
Becca smiled in anticipation of the elderly doctor's visit.
Oh.
Hold on. Dwight Pissure. I don't know. It sounds like pisser, but Pissure.
That is what you're going to say. The rest of the book is pisser.
Dwight Pisser had lived in her house for a month last summer while providing much-needed free medical care to their isolated community deep in North Carolina mountains. During that time, she and Emily, her 4.5-year-old daughter, had come to think of him not only as a compassionate physician, but also
as a passionate lover.
A kindly grandfather, a member of the family. They were looking forward to his arrival.
They're going to fall in love with him and he's a grandfather member of the family?
That is not who's on the front cover.
He looks old as fuck. What do you mean?
Hold on. No, he doesn't. He looks like a douche. All right. In spite of her longing for a bath to wash away the dust and grime from her cleaning spree, Becca couldn't force herself to leave the comfort of her chair, and she promptly nodded off to sleep. A relentless banging at the front door jerked her from her slumber. The man before her drove all thoughts from her head. By the way, she went to the door and opened it. Sorry for leaving that one out. But was no deterrent to her thundering heart. A tall, broad-shouldered stranger. I was going to say glazed.
Damn. All right when she opened the door, just
I'm thinking
glazed ya. You've been glazed, lady. Runs off. Like pitter-pattering.
Just call it a come and go.
Yeah, come and go. What town is this in North Carolina?
I gotta check it out.
What are y'all doing over there on the East Coast?
No, he gazed.
He glazed. Okay.
Gazed. Wait, I lost my place. Okay, gazed across the front yard toward a Land Rover parked by the gate. Even though she couldn't see his face, Becca recognized immediately that the man was an outsider. Definitely not one of her many neighbors and kin who lived in the surrounding hills and hollows of Warwick Mountain. So the freaking mountain is named after her family. So clearly she is tied to this community. And you know how we feel.
He wasn't, a deformed fucking...
Get closer.
Oh, man, I'm not
I like
used to
it
these
when
microphones.
you're right up on me.
But
I
it's
know. Bear
too
with us, everybody. We're
close.
adjusting. There's an adjustment period. We're going to call this foreplay. We're going to get to know you. We're dating again.
I have to do like this.
You are so weird. Just hold it like a
Man,
mic.
is this better? Can you hear me?
Yes, but you look uncomfortable.
No,
So
the
anyway,
mic looks uncomfortable.
this guy has on expensive khakis that were unwrinkled, his muted Madras shirt, the finest cotton, and his Italian loafers shone as if they'd just been polished. Oh. Does he also have a pinky ring?
He sounds boring.
Yeah, okay. So she's remembering her manners, and she's like, may I help you? She assumed the man was lost, having taken by mistake the long, winding road that dead-ended in the village and then followed the gravel road to her house. He tuned at the sound of her voice, and when he faced her, she felt the air leave her lungs as surely as if someone had driven a fist into her
He punched her?
stomach.
Damn, ding dong, hello, pa!
He jizzed on her and then punched her.
Yeah. Glazed this girl, and I'm going to punch her in her tummy.
Come hit and run.
That's brutal. This guy's a mastermind. We have to catch him.
His sun-streaked mahogany-colored hair, slightly dampened by the rain, fell across a broad forehead above a pair of magnificent eyes as deep and brown as the river that ran through the back 40 acres. This river is deep and brown.
Ew.
Ugh, gross. Grody.
This is like a Hills Have Eyes neighborhood.
Yeah, although brown eyes are beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
yes, I have brown eyes.
Yeah, and I don't like that I got teased for them. Yeah, I did.
Who teased you?
But don't compare them to a mucky river.
Who teased you?
People in high school. I can give you names.
Give me names.
Okay.
I will find them. Y'all are in fucking trouble.
Watch out. He's learning jujitsu. All right, so with his golden tan, lean, muscular build, and a slow, easy smile that made her insides quiver, he looked every inch a quintessential California surfer aged to a marvelous 30-ish maturity. We're a marvelous 30-ish maturity.
I think so, too.
Oh.
I don't have Italian loafers, though.
Oh, you don't need them.
That sounds pretty not
Pompous?
up my alley. Yeah.
Okay.
I
if
wear
anybody out there
Skechers,
wears
dude.
them, hey, baby, I got a cash app.
Yeah. Also, just so you know, if I ever do make $1 million, I'm still going to wear Skechers.
Hell yeah. Yes.
I don't like tying my shoes. It's 2023.
We're going to get some Air Jordans.
No, I won't.
I'm just teasing.
That'd be cool, though.
See, I'm going to get red bottoms.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to get you red
If
bottoms.
any
Before I'm
daddies-
dead,
Yeah.
I'm going to get you red. No, daddies, fuck off. I
If
got
any
this.
sugar daddies want to buy me red bottoms,
Papa's got
are
this
you going
one.
to get it, baby?
Yeah, I'm going to handle
You're
this one.
so sweet to
Everybody
me.
else shut that shit down. If I see
No.
it pulsating, I'm going to touch it, and you're going to shut down.
No, stop it. They need to go pay me on my OnlyFans.
Y'all better go pay her on her OnlyFans.
Yes, please.
So I can buy her some red bottoms.
So we can buy me some red bottoms. We'll buy you some too. They'll be like men's shoes.
Hell yeah.
Do they have those?
They're gonna.
Well, let's find out. I'm looking for Rebecca Warwick. His voice was deep and sensuous as the gleam in his brown eyes, and she took a moment to register his words.
My grandmother's been dead for 2 years.
Why? She asked in surprise once she'd recovered breath enough to speak. I'm supposed to stay in her home. I understand she's the local school teacher.
Oh. Well, school teachers are always slutty, dude.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Young ones are.
Well, we'll
If
see.
you're under 37 and you're a school teacher, I'd be willing to bet you're down to get down.
Well, and we'd love you to prove it. So she's like, I'm Rebecca Warwick. And he's like, you're Rebecca Warwick? Like, yeah, dumbass. The teacher? The teacher? What is she wearing? Lingerie? Like a Hooters shirt? What? So, didn't Dr. Pisser call you? The phones have been out since last night's storm. Don't you have a cell phone? The
What year is this
surrounding...
written?
Why do y'all always ask me that?
Because I want to know.
The
Context.
surrounding mountains don't allow for that kind of bullshit.
Is that what she said?
Basically. She's like, fuck off. 2003.
Man, everybody had a fucking cell phone in 2003. Are you shitting me?
There's Starbucks at some point is mentioned in here too.
Oh,
Just
good.
Heads up.
Awesome.
Stay right there.
I'm trying. I can hear me.
The stranger shook his head again in obvious frustration. I'm sorry. Dwight promised he'd let you know that he can't make his annual trip. Anyway, the dude broke his wrist. The old dude. Okay, that's why he can't come. This guy. This guy's name.
I understand how a broken wrist can help you not come, my guy. I get it.
This guy's name is Matthew Tyler.
You have 2 first names again?
Yes, and
Another one.
He's the other guy's partner, and he'll be filling in for him since that other guy can't perform any kind of surgery with his broken wrist.
Right.
Becca, let's see. Okay, so what you got to understand about the beginning of this, Becca feels like she can read people.
Wait, who's Becca?
Rebecca.
Oh, Rebecca.
Rebecca.
You're being friends with her now. So
Well,
you
it
call her
says
that?
Becca, however, had inherited only a fraction of her grandmother's gift. These are mountain people, remember?
Her gift?
Which what would you describe me as?
Like
forest?
a witchcraft?
Yes. Would you describe me as forest people?
You?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Forest people?
Well, they're mountain people.
Well, yeah, we don't like them.
But
we're
I'm
forest
not from
people.
the... Okay.
But see, I'm not from the forest either, though. I'm a plains people.
But you like the forest when I took you this weekend.
I want to go there and never come back.
Yeah, exactly. So we're forest people. All right. So anyway, she feels like she can read people fairly well, and she touches his hand.
Anybody that feels like they can read people really well usually can't.
Oh, that's not true. My vagina gets vibes about people all the time.
You're
and
not
it's
all people.
accurate. It's accurate.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely. Most of the time. I think I have to be near you though. Like if we DM each other, I can't always get the vibe.
You gotta be around them. I got you.
Yeah, we gotta talk a little bit more than 5 minutes. So anyway, this girl like us reaches out to like handshake, and she like hangs on to him a little bit longer. So she's like,
he's like, let go of me. I'm
So
married.
here-
She's like, I don't care.
yeah. So she in her head, okay, she's hanging on too long, right?
Okay.
Slow motion.
I'm feeling it because we're touching hands right now.
She's thinking in her head, he knows what he wants and gets it. Extroverted, believes in himself and his abilities.
That's not me at all.
Boundless ambition.
That
yes,
is me.
yeah.
That part's me. The
High
extrovert's not me.
energy, pleasure seeking. Temper shows when he's pushed to his limits. Good-hearted.
Oh my God.
May I have it back now?
May I don't. Let me take your arm home, girl.
All right. So, well, he is home now. So
he lives there, huh? That's
he
right.
gently tugged his fingers from hers, and she flushed with embarrassment at being so absorbed in her reading. She had forgotten she held onto his hand, but at the end, right before she'd broken contact, she'd sensed something else, something deeply hidden, a sense of intense dissatisfaction that Matthew Tyler tried to deny existed. She'd lost the vibes, however, before she could identify the source of his Sorry.
That's a long-winded
discontent.
way to say he has a boner.
Or he's trying to leave his wife at home or something.
Yeah.
And her unfulfilled curiosity hummed with interest until she tamped it down. She didn't intend to find any man interesting. An interesting man would add... I don't even know if I should say bless you or sorry about your bad luck. She didn't intend to find any man interesting. An interesting man would add complications to her life she neither needed nor desired. When she moved aside for him to enter, she caught a glimpse of herself in the mirror in the entry, and her hair, caught back from her face by a bandana kerchief. Caught back from her face by... Oh, wait, sorry. I saw that. With a mass of tangled curls, dust smudged her cheek, and the clothes she had chosen for her house cleaning were faded and shabby, not exactly the attire she'd have selected for meeting the best-looking man she'd ever seen. Which, babe, hey.
What's up, girl? Is he the best-looking man you ever seen?
Him?
Yeah, that's why you
You
just said
are.
Oh, me?
I said babe.
Oh.
Damn.
Man, did y'all hear that?
Yeah, but if any guys want a friend request me. Or ladies, what's up?
Yeah, she's...
Or Christopher, he'd love some friend requests too from the ladies only. Ladies only.
Yeah, but I already...
You got a little girlfriend, I know.
Kinda.
I'm so happy for you. High five.
I don't know if girlfriend's the word I would
Yeah,
use,
you can use it, but, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Wide, and her nose turned up a tad too much at the tip. He assessed her with a plastic surgeon's eye. The proportions of her
He's a plastic surgeon?
The proportions of her slim figure were classic, from the length of her slender legs to the curve of her high, firm breasts.
Oh.
The prominent cheekbones of her heart-shaped face would turn any Hollywood starlet green with envy, and the satiny smoothness of her peaches and cream complexion defied improvement by even the most skilled movie makeup artist, even though her thick mane of golden brown hair framing her face in a tangle of curls would make Matt's stylist run for his scissors. Her tousled look held an undeniable charm, but only from a strictly professional viewpoint. After all, he'd seen enough female pulchritude in his practice to remain relatively unimpressed by gorgeous women, and she wasn't the most beautiful woman he'd ever seen.
Oh, Matt, look at
What
you.
in the freaking frick? This is insane.
Hey, let me tell you that in our love story, in our book, you are the most beautiful woman I've ever seen.
Man.
Yeah.
He's wondering why he couldn't take his eyes off.
Also, I don't catch those green eyes, that
I'm
upturned
trying to
nose, and those
figure
giant
out
mouth. That
which
is
eye to look
blowjob
at.
central, dude. Are you kidding me?
Right.
Look up at me with those green eyes while your wide ass mouth gets in there, and guess what's not in the way?
Yeah, your nose. Yeah.
Upturned slope, girl. Let's get after it.
Oh, yeah. So he's thinking wrong, idiot.
Yeah, Matt, you fucking moron.
We'll
I already
take
don't
her.
like him.
We'll
yeah,
take her
you want to
home.
come over?
What's up, Becca?
Becca. You gotta change your fucking name though.
Well, so he looks her over when she moves around, right? So he thinks, incorporate a perfectly proportioned tush.
Oh.
Deliciously.
That doesn't mean it's nice. That just means it's sized up with the other side.
Yeah. Deliciously sculpted denim into her catalog
like
of
jeans,
outstanding characteristics, he thought, shaking himself out of his dazed surprise at Miss Warwick's being far from the white-haired, homely spinster he'd envisioned. He contemplated the situation he found himself in so unexpectedly in spite of his appealing hostess.
I just met this woman. I'm wondering if I can make her fuck tonight.
He really didn't want to be here, not in the cold, gloomy drizzle of the Smoky Mountains.
Then why did you
Smoky
knock on
hell.
the door?
Yeah, so
why are you there then?
Well, because he's trying to go do a job for his friend.
we had a book we had to write
for his friend.
His friend.
Yeah.
Hogwash.
So right now he'd intended
I would
to
never
be.
stay a month somewhere for a friend.
Yes, you would. Sunning him. Right now he should be in his head. He should be sunning himself on the teak wood deck of a chartered yacht anchored off the coast of Fiji. But how was he supposed to say no to his best friend guy, Dwight?
It's pretty
buddy?
easy. It's like this. It's one
Nah.
syllable. You just go, nah,
Nah.
man.
Yeah.
Nah.
So he's thinking all he needs is a vacation. He's exhausted, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, helping poor people feel better.
So anyway, all of a sudden a tiny little voice goes, "Who are you? Who are you?"
Uh-oh.
All right, I'm Matt. Who are you? Emily. So this is her daughter.
Oh.
So this is going to be a really family-friendly, sexy book.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we can't be too loud with the sex. Emily will hear.
Although we love a good stepdaddy story.
We'll find out. This guy's going to be a piece of shit.
So they go back and forth. He's asking little girl if she lives here. Just mommy and me. Where's daddy? Daddy's, I guess, what does she say? Don't have a daddy.
He left for scratchers and milk.
Yeah, daddy's gone. No daddy. Grandma's dead. The mom comes in. She's like, "Here's your coffee." And he doesn't know how much she heard. He feels a little bit embarrassed. And she's like, "Before you unpack your car, we need to talk." And she's like, she's getting ready to tell him he can't stay there because she was already thinking it right. But before she could utter another word, the front door flew open and a small, wiry woman burst into the room and headed for Rebecca.
Mm-hmm.
It's his wife. I'm just kidding.
It has to be. It's Rebecca's wife.
Has Dr. Pisher already arrived? I saw the car out front and I brought him a chocolate pound cake.
Nobody likes that.
Pound my cake.
Nobody likes chocolate pound
The
cake.
gray hair woman faced Matt. Her mouth fell open and the cake bobbled in her hands. She grabbed Rebecca's elbow with the other and dragged the young woman with her toward the kitchen. And before he could say anything, they slammed the door behind them. "That's Aunt Delilah," Emily announced. All right, so Aunt Delilah is telling Becca.
I would be happier if she brought me an angel food cake.
Yeah, well, I would have liked it. "You've got to get that man out of here." In spite of the closed door, Delilah's hysterical tone carried clearly into the living room. "Shh, he'll hear you." Matt heard Rebecca's hushed and slightly frantic reply. "He can't stay in this house. Don't you know who he is?" She's like, "Yeah, he's just like this Matthew Tyler doctor guy, Dwight's partner." And she's like, "No, it's much worse than that." "What are you talking about?" "He's Dr. Wonderful," Delilah said in a tone that seemed...
Wait, from the book?
"You've got to get him out of the house now."
But I thought he was wonderful.
No. I can't believe you've never heard of him. Okay?
He cuts women's heads off and pulls their brains out while they're sleeping.
Hell yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I don't promote that. Stop it, you freaks. All right, so no, she's like, "That man was on the cover of People magazine just last month, bare-chested as a newborn babe." And Becca's like, "That's
No
where
hair?
I've seen him." Well, yeah, I guess. Or just shirtless, I guess.
Really tiny nipples.
He gets waxed. "That man has more money than God." Obviously, you dummy.
Everybody has more money than God.
Yeah. The article said he's a doctor to the stars, showed pictures of him with bunches of young celebrities, most of them with bosoms out to here.
What? Where? Does it show that in the book? Wait, hold on, is this a pop-up book?
Yeah. Don't you wish? Pop-up porn books.
Dude, we're on it.
Oh, my God.
Fuck you, don't take our idea.
We will fight. And some in bikinis that should have had them arrested for indecent exposure. He slept with most of Hollywood's prettiest women. And Becca's like, the magazine said that? And she's like, "No, but you can assume."
You know what
All
to
right.
say about assuming.
So they said the man's a Lothario.
What's that mean?
I don't know. I'm very uneducated, I guess. I should dye my hair.
Lothario.
So.
Spell it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You're a Lothario, babe.
Who, me? You think so?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's really hot when you're so sweet and gentlemanly to the ladies.
Oh, man, I know they love it.
When you schmooze.
Yeah. They're all like,
hey.
Hey.
Don't pay for my dinner, but
don't pay for my dinner anymore.
I love you.
I just thought maybe you're having a rough day.
No, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. All right, so you're a Lothario.
Did you like your coffee mug?
Yeah, it was
that was weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Coffee margarita or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Whatever.
Your
makes
girlfriend
you happy.
does.
Whatever
She
makes you
loves
happy.
them. She was very happy about it, and it was sweet. She's such a doll. Anyway, so she's like, that's why you can't stay in the house. He'll ruin what you have left of your reputation.
Don't you ruin your reputation.
She's like, what little you have of it after your escapades in Pinehurst all those years ago. I guess she went to be a prostitute or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. You remember when you're out there being a whore?
You skank. Get out
She's
of
like,
our
we
family.
were engaged. You had sex before marriage, you whore.
How dare you? So anyway, so she starts really being worried about this and tries to find him a place to stay. No one is in town, or no one has the time or the space, whatever. She cannot find him a place to go, right? Not even like a motel at this point.
Yeah, like, no, sorry. He has to be a fucking 7 or lower, and this dude is a 12.
So, but Becca felt the old rebellion rising inside her.
The rebellion was rising.
I know
the
what that
Rebecca
feels like.
rebellion.
Then he'll just have to stay here. I won't deny people medical care for fear of a bunch of gossipy old women. Hell yeah, Becca, get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
good job, Becca. Way to be a leader.
Yeah, because plus she's like, if he goes home, he'll have to wait another year or something. Do you know how long that is to a deformed child?
Yeah,
Basically.
a year is a long time to a deformed child. It's like 5 years to a normal kid.
Yeah, but then fucking bitch ass auntie, whatever her name is like, but you have your own reputation and your daughter's reputation, and she's
Wait,
like,
what's her daughter gonna do?
Well, I guess
I hope this book doesn't go there.
It's so stupid. No, I just mean like, that if your daughter's...
The kids will be like, hey, your mom slept with the really hot doctor
Yeah.
while all of our old fat dads can't make it with our moms.
Yes. We all wanted to be with Becca, but we can't. So
they're going to hate on her and make her feel like shit, even
Well-
though she's the only one that has everything everybody else wants.
and this convinces
Which
her...
is the Dr. Schlong, right?
Yes, this convinces her to go ahead and still kick him out.
Get it the fuck out of here, Dr. Schlong.
I will write my family off right here and now to be there for someone's health and with a hot doctor in my house before I give a shit.
Come
what
on,
you
hot
think.
doctor. We'll move out.
Fuck you guys. All right, so so anyway, I guess the kid hears this or knows something and is like, "Are you Dr. Wonderful?" And he's like, "I'm Dr. Tyler," and
He's
blah,
like,
blah,
no,
blah.
that's my older brother.
He didn't like the nickname, he said. The daughter says she wishes he could stay, and she says it's nice here. And they describe his Malibu home and his brain and blah, blah, blah. And
His brain?
Well, yeah, like he's in his head. He glanced around the room, and he's thinking of his stylish Malibu home with its 14-foot ceilings, expansive glass walls, overlooking the Pacific, and the sparse elegance
this
of
get you
chrome.
wet?
No.
Do you like that kind of
I
shit?
want you to take me out into the woods and, like, ravish me like an animal.
I'm going to. And then when I finish killing you, I'm going to shove you under the roots of a tree, and we're going to decompose into the world.
I love that.
That's the way we're supposed to live.
I hope you eat a little bit of me.
Eat?
Yeah.
Yeah,
nibble some.
whatever.
Consume
I'm going to start
me.
at that ass.
I love you. No, I mean, look, I will take money. Okay, I will live lavishly, but if we're talking, it's too snobbies. I know snobby is not a word. Snobbish.
But
again,
he doesn't say he has money. It says he has 14-foot fucking ceilings
Right.
in Malibu.
I can't
He may
reach
have
that.
an
I'm a
assload
short
of
girl.
debt and no money.
but even snobs, okay, even rich folk, like, yeah, you're hot. I'll take your money. Put me in your penthouse and fuck me like a rag doll. I don't give a fuck. So that's the thing about me. I'm a chameleon. If you didn't know,
I did.
I
yes.
can fit into every
Oh,
situation.
almost. Huh?
And I can get accustomed to any of it. I mean, I'm a spoiled brat, but I'm also like easy and cheap. So I don't know. What do you want from me?
Easy and cheap.
You want a shot and a blowjob?
And a blowy.
La, 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 la. Yeah.
Time to get sick. We don't have any water or anything.
I know. What the fuck? I don't feel taken care of.
This is brutal.
Yeah, where's our mini fridge?
If y'all are going to keep it in our contract that we have to get drunk on this show, you need to give us some water.
It's not in the contract. All right, thanks to tequila, we're getting a little more comfortable here, but there could be some improvements. Stop looking out the window.
It's fucking scary.
We used to not even have a window. It's not dark enough. Well, we don't like it.
We're haters, Mike. I don't know if you've heard our podcast.
Haters gonna hate. And so I saw this little clip on social media. I have no idea what it came from, but I felt like it was me incarnate. This like funny little gay guy was apparently getting admitted to jail, and he was just hilarious. And he apparently had a hickey on his neck, and the girl was like, "Is that a hater mark?" And he's like, "Let's just say I'm really popular." And anyway, like 2 days later, I ended up apparently getting a haters mark. So go me.
Where'd you get it?
I got it from your girlfriend. I got it from your girlfriend. So anyway, it's just because you were doing good work. I'm just saying.
I don't
So
know.
high
I don't
five.
have any hater marks on me, girl. I don't know.
She was facing the opposite direction. All right. So anywho, Matt glanced around the room. All right.
Matt glanced around the room.
He was thinking about his sparkling Malibu house, and he's like, still, the mountain house had a certain charm. Earthenware jugs held casual bouquets of wildflowers, roses, and a
Nice. A Frankwit.
fragrant blooming vine that wore a drastic counterpoint to the stark Ikebana twig and orchid arrangements in his own home. Gross. Anyway, she sounds like she definitely lives a little bit more like me. So if anyone wants to know, I'm a bit of a gypsy grandmother, but I'm hot.
Way hot and not quite the age of a grandmother. Although, if the cards are played right, you could be one.
I will be.
But you're not yet.
I
That's
will
good.
be. I'll be a gypsy witchy grandma one day, and I'll still be hot, and I can
Oh, I know,
still
I agree.
put it down on you.
Look at you.
Just watch.
You're so pretty.
Just wait.
Has anybody told you you're pretty today?
You and one other person did comment on my OnlyFans this morning. They did say "Good morning, beautiful," and it made me like feel a little flutter in my, you know.
Look at you.
I know. So please be my followers because it makes me feel good. All right. So anyway, she's going through solutions. Blah blah blah. He's like, "What if I rented a motorhome?" And they're like,
what if I rented a motorboat? I mean, home.
"What if I motorboated you?" I mean. So she's like, no, people still won't really allow you to like park in their driveways or anything.
You're in a boat.
Listen, though,
What driveway do you
it
need to be
gets
in?
better. So they're chatting, right? And she's basically saying nobody wants to take you in because they would accept you as their guest and they'd want to pay your bills and shit and suck your dick and stuff. So
Yeah, how can I service you?
yeah,
That's
so
my favorite question.
she's like,
Christopher, how can I service you? I'm
oh,
like,
do
well,
you want me to say that?
I
could
need-
say that.
I need $200, and I need you
How
to...
can I service you?
Oh.
Is that good?
Mike, turn this all off. Mike, turn everything off.
Leave it on. Leave it on.
Oh, you know what?
Put the cameras up.
Leave it on.
All right. You know what? This isn't a bad spot. The table's quite long. I could lay down. All right. So stop
Fuck no.
All right. We took a little earthquake here. It's not gonna make it, y'all. It's not gonna make it. So anyway, she says, "I'm sorry. I just don't see any way we could make it work." And he goes, "We could get married."
Oh my! Wow. Let's slow it down just a little bit, bud.
You want to hear another modern reference besides Starbucks? Like a plot from a Julia Roberts movie. Then I could stay here without damaging your reputation.
Modern? No, that's too old. That was
Listen.
that Pretty Woman?
Yes. And
Yeah,
anyway, listen.
way old.
Do you have anything against Julia Roberts?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
I don't either, but my mother hates her.
I actually
she
knew that
hates
about
her
your mother.
wide mouth.
Your mother did tell. Well, hold
I
on.
know.
Our protagonist
Yes.
has a wide mouth.
Yeah.
Just like Julia Roberts. Your
Yeah.
mom would hate her.
So maybe that's why Charolett
Maybe your mom and
Douglas-
Dr. Wonderful need to hook up.
Yeah, maybe. Well, he thinks she's pretty though. So anyway, he wanted to keep her talking because
Your
like
mom would go in the back. I don't really like these 14-foot windows.
Yes, yes. No, my mom would love living lavishly. She would, but
No, I
she
know.
would not like having a Julia Roberts lookalike in the area.
Or a dude around.
No, yeah, fuck them bitches. Now a servant, yes. Yeah, my mom's super fancy, but she's from the sticks, so you know why I'm so fucked up and weird now. Anyway, love you, Mom. Shout out. Whoop, whoop. All right. Please don't be listening to this.
Yeah, please turn this off.
So anyway, he wants to keep her talking because he likes her southern drawl.
My mom asked one time, she said, can I listen to your podcast? I said, absolutely not.
I know, my mom did too. I let her listen to a little bit.
I was like, you hear how we talk in real life, right? She's like, yeah, I'm like, it's worse. Stop it. Oh, okay. Well, maybe
I told people, I said, listen, if you wouldn't be willing to sit in a chair in the corner of the room while me and Christopher are fucking, you don't want to listen to this. You don't really know us.
We like fucking.
Yeah. So anyway, and we like talking nasty, and we like being assholes.
That's our favorite. And most of our favorite words start with the letter F.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Fries.
I love fries.
I had some fries today.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Fried chicken sandwich. That's going to happen later. I'm hungry.
So, anyway, they're talking about what fucked up kids he needs to fix.
So, can you give me a list of all your fucked up kids that made it from last year to this year?
Apparently, the worst case is Lizzie McLean.
What's
And
wrong
here's
oh, we're going to find out?
I'm telling you. Lizzie has a cleft lip and cleft palate.
That's it?
Well,
That's not an emergency.
that's pretty miserable, okay?
Oh, no, I mean, I take care of her.
We are also really sweet
But why are
people.
you there for a fucking month
That's
for this?
why we make great boyfriend girlfriends.
That's a pretty quick surgery.
If you want to date us, applications are open. We are nice, but we're also assholes. So we probably won't.
We won't be nice to you.
Well, we will. We'll take you out on a date, but if we want to break up with you, we probably won't text you.
Yeah, we'll just stop talking to you. How come they just stopped? We had a wonderful evening.
Sorry. Freaked us out a little bit.
You scared us.
But if we like you, honey, let me take you out.
We will treat you better than anybody.
Dude, you have no idea.
Anybody. There's people learning this right now. They're like, maybe I should just let these two take care of me instead of these other people.
Yeah. Okay. So listen.
And just if you think that's you, girl, we're ready.
Hello. So listen, you said you were Jimmy Dickens.
Jimmy Dickens?
That's what
Who's
you said.
Jimmy Dickens?
You said you were that character. Shut
At
up.
the beginning of the book?
You want to find out what your character's description is?
It's time?
Little Jimmy Dickens.
Oh, hell yeah.
He's 8 and terribly scarred from burns when his mother accidentally scalded him with hot grease.
Oh,
Your
man.
mom hates you.
Oh, man. My mom does hate.
That was not an
on.
accident.
Mike, turn the camera on.
Oh. Oh, no. But yeah, he's fucked up. Facial scars?
That sounds like he's doing worse than the other girl.
She's like face, neck, arms, hands, wiener, butt. He's fucked up.
Everything's gone. Like, why is he not the worst case scenario
I
then?
know.
They're like, nah, Jimmy, he's fine.
I think it's because little Lizzie McLean can't speak. She can't really talk. And then think about eating.
What
Think
about Jimmy? He's on
eating.
fire, dude.
But he's just scarred. Listen, my stepdad
So
was
is she.
scarred up. I think even my biological dad's scarred up from like a fire at the wood mill. Fuck yeah, I got hardcore parents, dude.
Hell yeah. I don't have any markings on me. I'm fucking.
You have a bullet wound.
I do have a bullet wound.
And you got bruises and stuff
Yeah.
too.
People
which-
go, a bullet wound?
yeah.
Don't ask.
But I
wanna
like the
fucking tell
bruises
story.
because either you got in a fight or I bit you. Yeah.
These are hater marks.
Oh, you cleaned up now. I gotta bite you some more.
Yeah, I'm healing up.
All right. So anyway, then
Until tomorrow. I'm
So
gonna be all
anyway-
bruised up again.
Becca's kid Emily brings Lizzie over. He sees her and flinches. in his brain, he's like, "Oh."
Oh,
All right. So she gets him to wave to him, and that's about all she does. And he turns to Rebecca and he says, "I know you can't have me here, but I intend to stay and do Dwight's work, even if I have to sleep in my car in a field somewhere." Fuck yeah, Matt.
He's going to give up
Matthew.
6 hours into that idea. He's like, fuck this. I'm fine on a bed.
Yeah. So
I wonder how many times he's been cramped up like that. If your body's not used to that kind of stuff, man, let me tell you something.
it sucks.
You're not going to get used to it overnight. bro.
Remember when we were camping and we got rained out and we had to go sleep
I
in the
know, and you
car?
guys were all like, we have to sleep in the car. I was like dying asleep.
I didn't
It's cool,
sleep.
man. I can sleep in a tree. It's
So she's like, even if you slept in your car, we're still at the same problem, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, now that I've seen her, I can't just walk away. I've got to fix this. So
I've got to fix this girl.
She's
it's
ugly.
the girl?
she's ugly.
Damn, dude. He's like, I can't walk away. I have to fix her.
Yeah, nobody will want her. All right, so nobody has an empty barn or shed.
Damn, they're going to make him sleep in a shed?
There's nothing for him anywhere, but yet his car is not a good option.
What's he drive?
The Land Rover.
Sleep in your fucking car.
Right.
That's bigger than my house.
I know. So the solution to the problem popped
A Land
into
Rover. I can't sleep in
Becca's
here.
head. Becca wondered if her resistance to the doctor's charms had prevented her from thinking of it before. The old feed store on Main Street is empty.
Of course. Why didn't we think
Matt's
of this?
expression brightened. He jerked his hands from his pockets and rubbed them together after he was finished jerking his dick off in his pocket's hands.
My Italian loafers love that idea.
That might work. Who owns it?
I
do.
Of course. You're the feed store girl.
Yeah, my pussy was so wet I forgot I had a business.
Yeah, he can sleep in my food store.
Is it livable? Depends on what you mean by living.
Better. It's.
Can I eat the rats?
Your Range Rover's better.
All right, so they're gonna go check the place out, right?
Why does she need to check the place out? She knows what it looks
Well,
like.
take him to it. She's gonna take him to
Oh, wait.
it. All right.
Lure him away from the house.
So he's trying to be nice, and he's like, this is beautiful country. She's like, nice to visit, but you wouldn't want to stay here. He's like, what makes you say that? Basically, she's like, this isn't exactly Rodeo Drive that you're used
vampires
to.
come out at night.
That's the Baptist church where the street dead ends. 3 houses on one side of the street, the feed store and convenience store, gas station on the other. You're not in California anymore, Toto. That is literally what this fucking chick wrote.
I don't like that.
I don't either. But anyway, it sounds like where we want to move.
Yeah, dude. Like,
I
yeah,
know.
you made it.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck your house in Malibu.
Dude, I took pictures in a dress on a dirt road in the woods this weekend with my tits out. Nobody saw.
Yep. Can't do that.
Yeah. So, what's up? La 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 la, blah blah blah. He's like, you can't see the air here. It's too clean, unlike the smog I'm used to, which I feel like I felt again this weekend when we got out to my hometown.
I'm used to.
Yeah. So,
Where's he from?
Malibu.
That's right. Okay, we just
he's
said
a
that.
Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
No, now he's in the mountain
Live
world.
in plastic. All right, so
Are they gonna write a book about the forest people?
us. We
Yeah,
have to
sure.
write a sexy book.
Oh, we have to write one because they won't
about
do
our
it, though.
weekend in the forest. You're so sexy that weekend.
I'm so sexy every
I
weekend.
can't wait to post stuff about it. Anyway, Matt, at some point, because I skip stuff, watch her graceful ascent of the stairs with appreciation.
Because she floated up them.
Rebecca Warwick was like no other woman he'd ever met in California. Every female he'd encountered had been obviously impressed by his wealth and his status. He rarely had to ask a woman for a date. Someone always called him first, inviting him to this party or that opening. The enigmatic Miss Warwick was apparently totally unimpressed by his celebrity status or his money. Her only interest seemed to be helping the people of her community obtain medical care
Good for you.
and protecting her reputation.
Oh,
Keep
well,
that in mind.
I don't know what that all means. But
I would love to get to a point where I don't have to protect my reputation.
We
I wanna
don't.
be a
I don't know what you're
skank.
talking about, dude. We don't protect. We don't protect.
Skank.
We're literally talking to microphones to the world about how we don't give a
I
fuck.
know, but that's why it's easier. So questions swarmed him like mosquitoes on a summer night. Who was Emily's father and what had happened to
Who's
him?
Emily?
The daughter.
What daughter?
Where's baby daddy?
Oh, her daughter.
Who could love such a vibrant woman and have such an adorable little girl and just walk away from them? Or maybe the man had died.
Well, Dr. Wonderful, where are you?
Dr. Wonderful. All right, so.
Wait.
No. I'm already. I think I'm only in chapter. Just wait a minute.
Well,
Hot
okay.
Rod, you are a party animal.
I'm hungry.
God damn.
What's around here to eat? We're
I'm
not
sorry,
around the restaurants
Shut
anymore.
the front door. Okay?
We have to go to like a candy store.
Shut your mouth. It's beautiful and your lips are gorgeous. But be quiet. All right. So anyway.
That has landed me many a maidens.
True, but shut up. Shut the fuck up. So, he's trying to ask her if he can edit this place, right? Because he's apparently also a Jesus of sorts.
Wait.
A carpenter, if you will.
A carpenter?
Yes.
All right.
So she's like, what? And he's like, yeah.
Doing the Lord's work.
Yeah.
Carpentry.
Anyway, so they also start talking about like his past. And he's like, have a seat and I'll bore you to death with the story of my life. And she's like, I hope it's a short story. He's like, short, but
I
not
was born
sweet.
and my dad made a lot of money and he
Now
took care
I do
of
the
me
same
and
thing
he
he
died
does.
and now I have a lot of money.
I have money. He's like, short but not sweet. And she goes, don't tell me you were a bad little boy.
Oh.
You must have had some discipline or you'd have never made it through medical school. I wasn't bad, just poor. Okay, everybody, just so you know, I was bad and poor, but
Just
also
so everybody
spoiled.
else knows, also bad and poor. Oh, wait.
Hey.
We are still
Bad and
Still
poor.
bad and poor.
Hey, you want to come
Hell
party
yeah.
with us? Because we party
we
like
live
we're rich,
debt to debt.
but we act like we're fucking poor.
We just take out new credit cards, man. We don't give a fuck.
Gangster, I can't wait to change our names.
Yeah, when they're like, your credit score's 7.
Yeah. Watch out, the dangers are coming. Yeah. All right. So anyway,
Yeah, Capital
children's
One, if you're listening, don't.
children's
take us
mothers are
seriously.
dying, and
Wait, whose?
mother was sickened and dead in high school, and do you care? No.
Nope,
Who cares?
I don't care.
Skipping forward.
Skipping forward.
If you tell me what you're planning, he said, I can build to your specifications. My grandmother would still be alive if we'd had an emergency clinic in Warwick Mountain. She died on the way to the Asheville hospital. Her heart gave out. The doctors there had a medicine that would have saved her, but she ran out of time before they could administer it.
Well, you needed a time transplant.
She wants to build a hospital.
And of course, at the end of this book, it's going to be a giant hospital named after, what's her name?
Rebecca Warwick.
It's going to be called Juarez Hospital.
Warwick? No, it's going to be Dr. Wonderful Hospital.
Dr. Wonderful Hospital.
He's going to have to live there. They're going to have to get married and blah, blah, blah. So, let's see where we are. Admiration swelled inside him, along with the knowledge that the spunky woman had bitten off more than she could chew. A building's one thing. Do you have any idea how much it costs to furnish and staff the kind of clinic you're describing? No, I haven't thought about that.
I haven't thought of the people that have to work.
I'm an idiot. All right, so on the ride home, Becca argued with her conscience. Matt had given her the perfect out with his offer to head back to town for the materials he needed. No need now to put him up in her house for even one night, but she couldn't be certain at this late hour that he'd be able to find accommodations, not at the height of summer tourist season, and it was past support.
Wait, what season?
Tourist.
And
it was past supper time.
I hate that fucking word.
I know. Your dick just got littler.
Everything. No, I got angry. Now I'm mad. If you ever ask me, hey, you want to go out for supper? I'm gonna fucking lay into you,
What was
dude.
the matter with her? Dr. Wonderful.
Yeah, what was the matter with you?
Dr. Wonderful was the matter. That's what. She found the man entirely too charming, too likable, too agreeable, too handsome, too rich, too large. No, I'm just kidding.
Large?
I didn't say that. No.
Oh.
The list seemed endless. All right, so she's fighting with herself, right? No need for you to head back to town tonight, she said. It's getting late. You can stay with Emily and me.
Wait. I didn't want to stay with Emily.
And you. Well, she's not sleeping in her bed. He's going to be with Mama.
How do you know? She said she didn't have any fucking room.
He's
Is it
going
a
to be
one-bedroom
with
room?
Mama. There's a room. There's a
So
fucking
she's like,
room.
you can sleep in my room?
All right, yeah. That's what I offered to you.
No, you didn't. You told me how to sleep on the fucking couch.
Till I brought you to my room. It was transitionary. I was being cautious.
Yeah. And then you saw
I was enticing.
Then
and
you saw the
teasing
D.
you.
And you're like,
I felt it.
I need this.
Yes.
Low kept secret. That one.
Yes. Everyone should see it though. Put it on your OnlyFans.
Oh, I do have an OnlyFans.
I wish I could at least take you and Emily out to dinner. Rebecca laughed. Eating out in Warwick Mountain means a moon pie and an RC Cola.
Hell yeah. I love giving Rachel moon pies. You want a moon pie later?
Yeah, baby. And it's at the Shop and Go. Nothing like your fancy Beverly Hills restaurants, but thanks for the thought. I hope you don't mind leftovers. So she goes and makes a really fancy dinner out of leftovers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then she's like, your room's this way. Bedroom's here, bath's across the hall. Come to the kitchen when you've had a chance to settle in. Not much settling needed for one night, he said in a dry voice. She was afraid to look at him, fearful that her rebellious hormones would overcome her common sense. The man had to be aware he oozed sex appeal, especially in the narrow confines of the hallway with the big double bed plainly visible through the door.
And your sexy Italian loafers that you're wearing probably with no socks and smells like fungus.
Well, the double bed is Granny's bed.
Oh, no.
But the thought of her grandmother calmed Becca's galloping pulse.
My grandmother.
Dude, the thought of my grandmother, rest in pieces, would make me even like, okay, I'm fucking in this room. Fuck that bullshit. But anyway, those of you who like your grandma, good for you. Anyway, it cooled her blood and allowed her to ignore the seductive, masculine scent of him, the glimmer in his eyes, and the broad shoulders and wide chest that made a woman want to throw herself at him and hang on. She took a deep breath to steady herself. Supper in 10 minutes.
Don't ever say that again. I'm going to slap you with the backside, the business side of the hand, girl.
Oh, my God. All right.
Girl.
So Emily, face still damp from scrubbing, came in and climbed into the stool bedside counter where Becca rolled out dough. You mad, Mommy? Of course not, sweetie, she lied. Your face looks mad. Becca forced her expression to relax and vowed not to take her frustrations out on her daughter. I'm just in a hurry. Will you put the butter on the table, please? She's not frustrated. She's horny.
Horny.
Who's gonna? Yeah, just.
You're using the wrong F word.
You're
not frustrated. You're horny.
Can you go to Aunt whatever her face's house real quick?
Yeah. Can you go outside and PLAY while me and the Dr. Wonderful fuck each other?
Mm-hmm. So anyway, she's baking fucking biscuits.
Oh, I love biscuits.
That's wife material right there.
Nope.
What?
How are her biscuits? You have to taste them first.
Whatever.
Just because she tries to make
biscuits?
them. I eat your biscuits all the time.
Did you wife me up?
Yeah, a decade ago.
And then I found out you were a better cook than me, so like fuck that. I got a sugar daddy who can cook.
I can cook.
All right, so anyway, the girl, having heard that original like marry me comment, was like, if you marry Mommy, would that make you my daddy?
Damn, it's the first day.
That's right. He took a bite of biscuit and closed his eyes as if in a trance. Best biscuit I ever tasted.
Mama's about to get lapped up and daughter's about to get disappointed.
You'd make a nice daddy, Emily said, which I think the same about you.
Oh.
Emily! Matt is only kidding. No, he's not. But he's like, but I need to give you a boob job.
Yeah. Your mouth is too wide, your eyes are too low, and your titties are too far apart.
Well, so get this. The daughter says, Miss Habersham said Dr. Matt's a playboy. Is that a bad word?
Yup.
So they have to have this whole conversation about,
who said that?
What are some neighbor? What are hookers and, what are the birds and the bees? I don't know. Anyway, so skip ahead 3 freaking pages. With the soothing rustle of the breeze in the trees, the gentle motion of his chair, the lack of the distracting blare from a television, and the bothersome rumbling of traffic, Matt had to admit there was something hypnotic about the mountain atmosphere that unraveled the tension in a man's muscles as effectively as a massage.
That's just altitude sickness, my guy.
Or maybe the woman beside him had something to do with how he felt. He'd surprised himself earlier by his impromptu proposal of marriage, although he'd asked in a jest. The idea had taken root with a certain allure that he couldn't shake.
I would love to marry this fucking
weirdo
girl that I don't even like.
Chick.
Yeah.
Despite
huge face.
Despite the hundreds of beautiful women he'd treated in his practice or partied with in Hollywood and Malibu, the prospect of marriage to any one of them had never crossed his mind. He'd already determined that Rebecca's natural manner made her different from the others. But there was more than that. Maybe it was her complete indifference to him as a man. He'd taken her attitude as a challenge. Maybe if she'd showed some interest in him personally, her appeal would lessen.
Oh, wait. I think I've been in this situation before where a girl was like, why doesn't he like me? I need to push myself a little harder.
Yeah.
You elaborate there?
Yes.
You're so pretty. Look at you.
I didn't know you liked me. And I really didn't know I liked you. I think neither of us knew what this was going to be.
No, I knew I liked you.
Shut the fuck up.
I just wasn't going to let you know I knew that.
Well, I asked you for your number. And I asked you for your notes. I did ask you for your number. Shut the fuck up.
I don't have a number.
I did ask you.
And I don't have notes.
Anyway, so you at one point told me that you wouldn't date me unless I got my head on my ass. So guess what I did? I took it as a challenge. I got my head on my ass and I forced you to marry me. And now, here we are.
Yes.
Podcasting
with all of the people of the world.
Yes. So what do people do around here for entertainment? He asked. We play checkers.
We blow each other.
Most folks work so hard by nightfall or on Sunday, they're happy to sit on their porches and relax. He's asking about the television he saw in her living room. The mountains block reception. Blah, 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 blah. Then he's like, he knows that she sometimes tells her daughter stories, right? Mm-hmm. He asks for a ghost story.
You can't do that in here. This place is haunted.
Yeah, I've heard that. So, I will not bore anyone.
Thank you.
With the ghost story.
This is probably horrible.
But if you'd like to read it, get Dr. Wonderful by Charolett Douglas. It's a Harlequin book. And one of our wonderful, beautiful, talented, super awesome, really cool, spooky chick friends here has a podcast, okay, that's about spooky stories. So if you're looking for some spooky stories, look up some of the other podcasts done by Rogue Media. They got you.
What's the name of the podcast?
I'm feeling like an asshole. Let me.
Poltergals?
Yes, Poltergals.
Yes, of course.
Yes. All right. So let me wrap this episode up. Ready? Mm-hmm. He rose and followed her inside where she started up the stairs. Rebecca, aren't you going to lock the door? She paused and turned. You can, if it makes you feel safer. No one in Warwick Mountain locks doors. Crime isn't a problem here. Her green eyes twinkled, and locks don't keep the ghosts out. Recalling the state-of-the-art security system in his Malibu home, he shook his head, feeling as if he'd traveled either back in time or to a foreign land. Rebecca started back up the stairs, then stopped again. By the way, please call me Becca. Everyone else does. Sure. The name suited her, unpretentious and to the point. Good night, Becca. Maybe he'd allowed his desire for her to show in his voice because a flush started at the base of her throat and worked its way to her cheeks. Good night, Matt.
Good night, Matt.
She almost ran up the stairs and disappeared around the landing without a backward glance. Matt, feeling suddenly lonely, entered the guest room and stripped off his clothes.
Oh, Matt, before you get too far, I have to ask a question. It's a question I ask all the guys that try to come around, and I have to ask you, Matt. Look me in the eyes when I talk to you. Look at me.
I'm looking.
No, Matt. Look. How big's your hog?
Oh, my God. You got to wait and check it out yourself.
I want to know how big your hog is, bro.
Well, you have to wait and watch him undress.
Oh, well, tell me.
I don't know. It doesn't say. So, although the room was snug and attractively furnished with an antiques and country quilts, and the bed comfortable with sheets fragrant with fresh air and sunshine, he feared he'd toss and turn for hours. Surprisingly, he drifted almost instantly into a deep sleep until an icy hand caressed his cheek and jerked him wide awake.
Icy hands, wide awake.
That's the end of this installment of this sexy, scary story.
Until Santa wakes Matt up. As a
Frost.
Christmas special.
Christmas. No, there's no snow in this, I don't think. But anyway, that is the end of installment number 1. And that's all I know about Matt and Becca and Emily and Auntie and Granny and Cousiny and Lizzie and Jimmy. They're all E's. Why are they all E's? Because they're all easy. I don't know. Fuck it. What are you looking up?
Porn? What are you
God
doing?
damn it. Well, okay.
What are we doing? Are we done with the episode?
That's the episode.
That's the end. We have to wait a whole week before we find out who was touching him. Little Jack Frost was touching his little nipples.
His cheek, but it didn't say which cheek.
His butt cheek. He's getting ready to slide a little finger in there,
I sleep on my stomach, just so anybody knows.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so what are we cheersing to? Cheers to a new book?
Anal intrusions.
Shut the fuck up. Consent only, motherfuckers.
Only with consent. Consensual anal intrusions.
Oh my
I don't know if I want to do this now. Dang, girl, that squirted everywhere.
Yes, it did. Ah!
I don't want this now.
Oh, God damn it. Now it's wasted. All right, so let's wrap up how we feel about this book. So here's the deal. Let me tell you a little bit. Give you a little sneak peek. Okay? So I want to invite some other beautiful girls on the podcast soon. Okay? Well, I would assume that they're okay with sharing their names, but I would also not
Well, give me
assume
initials, because I don't know who they are.
S and K.
Okay.
K and S.
I know who they are.
All right. So one is this tall brunette, beautiful woman. And the other one is a little more average in stature, but blonde and vivacious tatted chick. Yes. Oh, and the tall brunette wears glasses.
I like that.
Yeah. So anyway, it'll be you and me and 2 other ladies.
Oh, the excitement.
Yes.
I've
So
never had
so I was actually
a foursome that we were talking about at the beginning of the episode. This has all come around full circle.
Anyway, I assume they don't mind giving their names because they also have a podcast on through Rogue Media, which can, all our podcasts can be found on anywhere. But it's called Monsters, and they talk about mental health. And I was a guest on one of theirs, so definitely check that out.
Definitely check.
I don't even think they've released yet, but I'm excited for them because it was an amazing episode.
Well,
if
they come here, we're definitely going to release.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm pretty content with this new book. I think it's going to lead into something.
It's more of up our alley than the last one, for sure.
Yeah, at least we're finally getting into some cheesy, sexy stuff.
Sexy, cheesy stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, please.
With a capital P.
Check us out for the next installment of Dr. Wonderful by Charolett Douglas. And if you haven't listened to our other episodes, we've got some great ones, hilarious ones, weird ones, freaky ones.
And if you haven't commented on our social media, tell us how big your hog is.
Yeah.
I want to know the size of your hog.
We want to line them up. Hey, maybe we could have a whole contest. A little contest.
Yeah, we're going to go on the honor system. I don't want to see your dick.
Well, I might.
Yeah, send it to Rachel.
But, so seriously, we would love...
For $1, she'll tell you what she thinks of it.
Oh, yeah. But honestly, we would love followers, subscribers, downloaders, any support that you can provide. I would appreciate.
Oh, yeah, me too. It gets me so fucking hot.
All right, so bye.
Bye.